so let's go ahead and see what your energy is right now. We're going to see something you're focused on, and energy surrounding you as like in a person or something. So I got 3 tarot decks here, possibly 4, 3. I guess I won't be using that other one. So let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and get these cards shuffled and invite in the universal spirit to give us some answers, some guidance, and some of their wisdom, and see where we're at. Remember that this is a collective reading, so it may or may not, or parts of it might resonate. So take what resonates and let go of what doesn't. So let's go ahead and see what is coming up for you, Aries, the collective sign of Aries. Oh, so we already have a judgment, okay. Doing some deep evaluations, some self-evaluation, figuring out what you want in life, what's going on, and all that good stuff. So what are you contemplating here, Aries? Let's see. This is the present energy. So we're going to go ahead and get the past. Past is the High Priestess. Nice cards here. You have some major arcanas. And then we have, some disappointment. All right. So let's go ahead and see what else. Let me get all these cards out. Make myself some room. All right. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Cups. So wearing your heart on your sleeve, being emotionally vulnerable, offering your cup to someone, presenting your love. I feel like it's just, being loving to the world, being understanding, after going through stuff yourself. So like I said, in the middle here, we have the Judgment card. So your focus right now is evaluating your life. What's the meaning of life? What do you want out of life? How your life has evolved? What you want to bring into your future? How things are going presently. So doing some deep contemplation here and evaluation. With that, you do have the Hierophant. So this is your belief systems. You're trying to evaluate what you believe in and what you stand for, and how life is going in that direction, or how you can live that kind of life. So I love that. And I love this too, Aries, because it's mastering your emotions. So, not taking everything to heart emotionally. Sometimes our emotions get out of balance or out of whack, and we react from our emotions. So you're keeping those under control. So it looks like you're acting from, I would say intellect, but I think it's a balance of intellect and emotions. So it's like that deep soul understanding and presentation that you are putting forth. So I love that. In the past, you did have the Temperance card. Of course, this could be a Sagittarius, but I feel like this is just balance and relearning that patience, because Aries is a sign that they're not very patient. They want something now. They don't want any of that riffraff. They just want to, I got this in my mind, I want it. So this is, realizing as we get older that, basically, this is what I've learned, and I don't know if some of you have it too, that sometimes when we rush things, or we want things now, and we don't practice that patience, that it can bite us in the ass. It can leave us more issues and chaos than it would normally, because not everybody's on the same wavelength, and also divine timing. We can't resist or force that, even though as much as we want to, right? And you do have the High Priestess. So I feel like that is coming into play, because this is our higher self, trusting our intuition. So knowing that, we have to have balance and patience in life, and trust in divine timing, right? And that is going into the future. So I feel like you worked on yourself, and you realize that, I can't always get what I want right now, but I always get what I need. And I have to practice patience and trust in that spirit, and the universe will bring me what I am putting out there and working towards, right? So in the future, you do have this Queen of Pentacles. So this could be balancing your life, work, kids, family. So it's the material world. This is like the mother of the universe kind of card. And this is stability. So I do see stability, trying to have stability in your life, maybe taking care of, like I said, the work and your life in general, everything in your life, balancing that out. But unfortunately, you do have some disappointment here. 5 of Cups energy is disappointment and being let down. But this also too, remember the 5 of Cups, there's 2 still standing. So this is the hardship. So you might weave back into focusing on what you don't have, the disappointments, like maybe you didn't, something didn't work out that you wanted, or somebody didn't do right by you or something, but this is focusing on that negativity. So you might have a little lapse of that, and just, don't beat yourself up too much. You are human. So, just remember when you get into this state to start looking for the things you are grateful for, or looking for, like sometimes these spilled cups are a blessing. They might be poison, so it's good that they spilled. You know what I'm saying? And because we do have the moon, so this is, our subconscious. It's those old patterns of belief that might be, coming up, or this might trigger you in some way, and they're coming back up. And this is that fear mentality, like getting fearful of the unknown, from things that happen. And this is also our intuition. So maybe having a little doubt in our intuition. So maybe that ego creeping back in a little bit and creating some chaos and some fear and things like that of the unknown. So let's go ahead, and like I said, this is, being vulnerable. So sometimes we can get a little in our ego when we get vulnerable because we want to protect ourselves, right? So let's go ahead and get some cards. We're going to go ahead and see if there's anybody significant around you, some people that are around you. It could be a partner, intimate person, intimate partner. It could be friends. It could be family. It could be whoever. So let's go ahead and see who's the significant person around you at this time. All right. Who's around Aries at this time while they're going through this self-evaluation and evaluating their life? And okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles. So somebody's stable. So that's nice. So you had the Queen of Pentacles too. So it could be somebody that you are trying to mentor, or somebody that you're trying to follow in their footsteps to realize, that they're stable, or getting advice or support from them. So I love that energy. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So this could be, the cycle, things moving forward with this person, somebody you just met maybe. And we do have the Tower coming in with this person though. So I feel like this person could be somebody that's stable in your life that maybe you had a riff with and maybe disassociated with a little bit, or had some bad blood with, and it could be coming back into your life. And that could be why this emotional disappointment is coming in, because when somebody comes back in, and I do feel like you do want to make amends. You don't want to have that. With this spirituality, I don't think you want to have bad blood and issues. So I feel like you might be contemplating that as well. But I do feel like, you are okay with mending the bridge here, to say to speak. But you could be still thinking about what happened, or the disappointments, or whatever. So let's see what else is coming up for this person. So whether it's a Queen of Pentacles, it doesn't have to be a feminine energy. It could be a mother, an aunt, a good friend, but it also could be a relationship. Whoever it is, I feel like somebody is, you always thought was stable, but you might have had a tiff with, and it came crumbling down, and now maybe it's back in your life, and it's kind of triggering you a little bit. Yeah, okay, so it could have been an intimate partner. We do have the Lovers reversed. So it could have been a relationship that ended, and you still are connected to this person and still kind of honor them or respect them, but something just happened and it caused a little bof riff in your relationship, and now it's coming back for mending or completion or to move forward, and you kind of are a little bit triggered from that. It also could be a Gemini, since it is coming up. Lovers is a Gemini card. It doesn't have to be. So on the bottom we have the Nine of Cups. So this is, I feel like, them coming in to offer some peace, to make amends. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a couple more for them. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, okay, yeah, something that wasn't successful in the past. We have the success and victory card reversed. So I do feel like something ended, or there was a riff in the relationship, and it creates some chaos. And I do feel like they want to make amends, or they are coming back to make amends. They don't have any ill will for you. I do feel like that. And look, yes, look at this. Four of Cups is usually like they're turning their back on something or a missed opportunity. So they are coming back in. They don't want to miss this opportunity to have this bad blood between you guys or issues. Okay, so I do feel like somebody might be coming back in. And it might not even be they came back in specifically. It could be as well as you ran into each other and this is something they wanted to do, because we do have the World card reversed. So it's not done. It's not completed yet. They don't want this to end the way it is. So even if they're coming back in just to make amends, it's not saying that they want to connect back up and have a relationship with you. It could be, but they basically, their goal is to mend this. They don't want to let it go, because we have this Death card reversed. Yeah, they don't want to leave it the way it was. So I love that energy. And then on the bottom we have the, look at this, the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, so they want you in their life, at least as a friend, if nothing more. So like I said, they could hope for more, but I really feel like they just want to fix that damage that was done and leave it like that. So I love that energy for you guys. So, you know, it's always good not to have grudges or bitterness and things. So it's nice to always, if we can, sometimes things we can't, but it's good to have that. So let's go ahead and just get some advice and some outcome for you, Aries. It looks like, you know, like I said, you might be a little triggered and be careful though, because, you know, boundaries are good, you know, and paying attention to those red flags and the actions, but you don't want to be in that defense mode where you're hurting yourself, kind of, you know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and see. All right, so now we have the Chariot. That's willpower and motivation. It's moving forward in a balanced way, right? We can't let distractions come in and set us off point. So there is some of that energy. And we have the King of Cups. Remember to keep those emotions under control. You know, don't lash out. Be patient. So I love that energy. And let's see what else. So I feel like with this Chariot and the King of Cups here, what the universe and spirit are saying is, and the Eight of Cups, let go of those emotional disappointments from the past. You know, pay attention. This person, I do feel, is wanting to make amends. And like I said, even if it's not to hook up as an intimate relationship again, they do want to just mend the damage that caused. Everybody makes mistakes, and I feel like they've realized that, and they're coming back in to, you know, try to just make amends, because they do feel like, I do feel like they do think you're a good person, and they want to fix that. So don't let those disappointments from the past hold you back. This is moving away from those, you know. This is like second chances, right? So that's coming in. Keep your emotions under control. You know, sometimes we get triggered, like I said, and then we bring up stuff from the past. So don't drag all that stuff from the past. Like, this is like a new beginning here. No, a new beginning, right? So we do have this Chariot, and this is, I feel like the universe and spirit is saying, you know, this is determination, staying focused, and, you know, not looking back, you know, because when the horses turn, or these sphinxes turn to go back, it's just going to create chaos and cause him on this motorcycle to flip over or something. So I feel like that's what it's saying. Let's see on the bottom. Yeah, new beginning. A new beginning. Yeah, letting the past go. So now let's go ahead and get some advice. I mean, the outcome if you take the advice. I'm sorry, I said it wrong. All right, so we have the Four of Cups. That is turning your back. Missed opportunities. Eight of Swords. Feeling trapped. And the Five of Swords. Okay. All right. So the advice, I mean the outcome, if you follow this advice, is saying, I really feel like this is if you don't follow the advice. You know, if you start thinking like you missed your chance and all that, I mean, maybe this isn't going to be turn into an intimate relationship. I feel like it's just mending the fence, kind of. So I mean, you don't have to, like, if this person starts pushing for a relationship, you know, you can just like forgive and forget, let the hurts from the past be forgiven, and, you know, make amends. But if you don't want anything more, you're more than welcome and have the right to say no, right? So, you know, but don't, you know, feel like you're trapped or forced into anything, as well as don't create a bunch of conflict and start arguing with them, or start saying you did this, or how could you do that to me, or, you know, don't get in that way, because you already are into, you know, evaluating yourself. You're tapping into your belief system, your morals, your integrities, as well as your higher self. So you don't want to go down that road to lower your vibration and start some kind of drama here, okay? So if this triggers you too much, you know, you're fine to just, you know, gradually decline. say the past is the past and move forward, you know. But it is in your best interest and everybody's interest to forgive for themselves. It doesn't mean you condone or anything like that, but it is saying that. So let's go ahead and see if there's any more outcome for this situation. Only you know what's best for you. If you are not ready to forgive or to move forward with this person or even speak to them, then you have that right. But, you know, don't have your wounds or bleed all over somebody else. So it's best, like, you know, if you get triggered and you can't get them under control, but I do feel like you will, because you have that King of Cups. If you tap back into, like, you know, that was the past, they were in that vibration, or they only knew what they knew at the time, you can kind of tell if somebody is being sincere. So trust that intuition, you know, if they are being sincere, and it does kind of look like they are. But if you feel like for some reason there's a red flag that they're not being sincere, then you have the right to just remove yourself from the situation without causing chaos or drama or start something, right? So it looks like there is a test here for you, Aries, to see how much you have grown. And we did have that wheel show up on the bottom. So I feel like this is going to be a test. Can you support that you have grown from your past and learn the lessons to be the bigger person and to stand in your integrity and to forgive and all that stuff? So I do feel like that's the energy. Yeah, because this little pesky devil is lingering around to see, are you going to slip back? Are you going to follow through with your higher self? It's like definitely, it's a test here. So I'm going to pull just a couple more cards from each deck. One more card from each deck. How about that? Just to get a final message. Oh, God. I'm going a little crazy. All right. Final card. Final card from this deck. Let me move these over. Oh, okay. And at the bottom, look at the bottom. Your belief system. Have you broken those old patterns of belief that didn't serve you? Do you also have the Nine of Cups, being at peace within? The only time we find true peace is when we let go of any expectations or restrictions from other people and those things that didn't serve us, right? So let's see what else is coming up. Ah, yes. Yes, look. We have the lack. If you feel like you're lacking something, it's not going to complete. You're going to repeat that cycle. So be cautious with that. There's something trying to complete here, some lesson that you've learned, some karmic cycle. So, you know, don't react. Let those emotions get under control and think about it from your intuition and your higher self. All right, so let's see what else. Yeah, taking quick action. Yes, don't get held back on that devil holding you back. Look at this, the Wheel of Fortune. Yes, it's time to move forward. You've learned this lesson. Don't mess it up, Aries. Don't mess it up from your old ways, okay? So that is your message, Aries. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you. Take care and wish me luck. I'm going to my appointment today. Peace.